If you're thinking of buying or selling this fall, you may have some hesitation and probably have questions about what would be your best move since the housing market is changing so fast from the peak frenzy it saw over the past 2 years. It's only natural to have pause, but to help you make a confident decision, let's look at some insights from real estate professionals and the economists so you can weigh your pros and cons. Let's focus on the quotes aimed at buyers in the market who are considering purchasing. The first one is from an article in Realtor.com, and it quoted, "This fall, a more moderate pace of home selling, more listings to choose from, and softening price growth will provide some breathing room for buyers searching for a home during what is typically the best time to buy a home." Now, that's music to the buyer's ears, having more houses to choose from. And the big one, drum roll, softening of price growth. Now, based on my data statistics, there are more houses on the market than last year, and that started in June of this year to now. That shows how rapidly the market is changing. Moving on to the next quote. Showing Time's general manager said, "Buyers will continue to see less competition for homes and have more time to tour homes they like and consider their options. We know that some buyers have decided not to purchase at this time because of the rising interest rate. And like the general manager of Showing Time said, there will be less competition." During the market frenzy, you didn't have time to tour a lot of homes. And don't even think about taking time to think. But buyers were making offers then, sight unseen, and making offers for much, much more than the asking price. Now, in this market, I know buyers are saying, thank God for the market shift, because currently you can make a more educated and informed decision on such a major purchase as a home because there's less competition. You can think now. I'm not saying take days to decide on a move-in ready, price just right house, a house in your budget, because you still may lose out. Like they used to say in the old days, if you snooze, you lose. Pricing is now becoming more in line with comparative pricing. Realtists are able to effectively go over the comparative market analysis as we did in the past. But now the buyers can really hear us and not be so emotional about making sure their offer get picked. And yes, we are still concerned with getting your offer accepted and getting to contract. Now, the CMA helps buyers from overpaying for their dream home, and it equips them whereas they can make an educated decision on their offer price. The last two quotes are aimed at sellers. An economist of CoreLogic quoted, "Record equity continues to provide fuel for housing demand, particularly if households are relocating to more affordable areas. Even though equity in homes are not at the rate of appreciation from last year, but appreciation is still happening, which homeowners may take advantage of during this time. Sellers can take the equity in their current homes and use it to purchase something more affordable." Let me give you an example of that. Homeowners can now buy a smaller home if their demand calls for it, and that's downsizing, and possibly have equity left over. Or they can move to a more affordable place like Memphis, Tennessee, and its surrounding areas. Now, Danielle Hale, the chief economist for Realtor.com, she quoted, "For homeowners deciding whether to make a move this year, remember that listing prices, while lower than a few months ago, remain higher than in prior years. So you're still likely to find opportunities to cash in on record high levels of equity, particularly if you've owned your home for a longer period of time." Now, my data stats show that the sales price in our area as of September 2022 is $269,438 versus September of 2021, where it was a little over $250,000. That's showing a growth of 12%. Those homeowners have built wealth through home ownership over the years and can take advantage and move up, or make an empty nester's decision to sell. Another option is to refinance to use some equity from their home. Also, they can invest in whatever they like or something great like purchasing an investment property, like a rental. Now, remember, owning a home is like a forced savings account each month, especially if you made it past the halfway point of paying your mortgage off. Or you may have been paying extra payments on the principal balance of your home, which will pay it off quicker too, and more equity. Bottom line, mortgage rates, home prices, and the supply of homes for sale are top of mind for buyers and sellers today. Drop me a comment or ask a question below about today's market. Peace.